Hello, hello. It's the Starch Lady and friends. Glad to have you all here today. We've got four cooking videos today, and one of them so short that YouTube said it was going to be a short. It's less than 30 seconds long, so I'm excited. Anyways, this is getting kind of fun. It's almost a challenge to see how fast I can get these videos condensed, so I'm excited. All right, so Carolyn, what's new and exciting in Canada today?
Well, for once, it's actually raining and not snowing, but it's not pleasant either.
So we had rain this week.
But I have the day off.
Cool. So you have the day off again. Yay. I like that.
Yes, we're doing our big grocery shop today. So I got a carload of food here.
Awesome. I love it. So tell me. I'm still afraid of the Instapot, but evidently you've mastered it. Tell me about that dish you did in the Instapot this week.
Let's see. I think I remember how I did it. I probably just peeled and diced some potatoes. Probably a little bit of like tomato paste in there with like curry spices, cumin, garlic powder, salt, and then just a little bit of water, just enough for the potatoes to cook, I think.
So it was potatoes, no lentils, or just potatoes?
I've done both, but not together, no.
Okay, all right. So you've been using your Instant Pot how long?
I've had it for over a year, probably 2 years maybe. I've done a lot of like rice or beans in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and you're not afraid of it. I'm trying to get inspired. I love my crock pot, but sometimes I really would like to speed up that process a little bit.
I like that I can just leave it alone and come back later. I don't have to sit and stir anything.
Does it have anything that moves it? Does anything get stuck?
No.
Okay, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, how was it on a scale of 1 to 10? How did it taste?
Oh, it was pretty good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Diane, what's new and exciting in Ohio?
The sun is shining and it's 59 degrees.
Woohoo!
Bought some flowers. Bought some flowers and put them out. Then I had to take them back in last night because it was going to frost overnight. So it's one of those, put them out, take them in, put them out, take them in. But that's okay.
We're finally past that right now. And I was reading even on the cherry tree and the avocado tree that we got. We went to and got some stuff at the grocery store. It had more plants than the nursery did. Go figure. But we've read on there that you can leave them in the pot that they come in, which is only about this big, and then for 2 years. And then you can put them in a 10-gallon pot for 2 years. Then you can move them to a 25-gallon pot for their lifetime. And I thought, how interesting is that? Because I could pick them up with a dolly and haul their little butts into the greenhouse and keep them cozy during the wintertime and not have them die off.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm kind of anxious to try that. So when we bought the cherry tree, I had to give my husband the speech. He couldn't be George Washington and chop down the cherry tree. A little U.S. history there. He got in trouble for chopping down the cherry tree. But anyway, that's exciting. Well, go ahead.
I have an Instant Pot I'd like to use too. I've had it for longer than I'd like to admit, and I think I've used it 3 times. It just intimidates me.
That's kind of my problem. You know who is the best on that is Chef AJ and also Esther Loveridge. She always uses her Instant Pot like for everything. And she does little videos. If you go to the Esther Loveridge Journey Facebook group, she's always posting stuff she's doing with her Instant Pot, and she'll tell you exactly what the settings are. And I guess
why I don't get those. I'm part of her group. I wonder why I don't get any notifications. That's interesting.
So you might have to go and onto her group and then hit those 3 little dots and pin it so that it pops up on the top of your screen. Like I've got this one pinned even on my phone. I was able to do it on my phone and my computer, but I've got it so that on page 1 of my phone, I've got my app for this group here, so I can just jump in And I've got the McDougall one, the success page. So I can just, you know, when I'm bored somewhere, I can pop in there and read something. Or if I want to get inspired, I can pop in there and read something. So keyword for the day, inspire. I love this thing that I've always had in my office, inspire. So I have to give a shout out. They're not on, but I'm going to link them to this video. Let me see if I can make this view bigger here. Don't know why it's not letting me be the view speaker here when I'm talking away. It says speaker right. There we go. All right, shirt. See my pretty shirt? Let's see if I can get my shirt up here. Ta-da! The shirt. What does it say? Ta-da!
Queso Queen.
Queso Queen. So one of my clients who just insisted she could not give up cheese. Life was not going to be worth living without cheese. And we got her making the cauliflower roasted red bell pepper recipe cheese like sauce. And they loved it. In fact, they loved it so much, they loved it better than they loved the actual thing. And so she saw this shirt and she brought it to me at my office. It was a little gift. Thank you, Jerry. Appreciate it. I met her through my long client, Marjorie, and she comes in about once a year from Florida. I think it's Florida. She mentioned Florida. No, East Coast somewhere. I just know her when she comes here and she's just a delight. But thank you, Jerry. I love the shirt. So I haven't worn short sleeves in a long time. I'm getting braver as the weight comes off. So I'm excited. So good motivation. I keep sipping on this juice and you're probably wondering what it is because it looks like beets. This is one of those organic 100% juice things where the entire bottle has 170 calories because it's got fruit in it, but it has zero added sugars, zero fat, none of that, and only 35 milligrams of sodium, which is like 2 specklets. I mean, it's like a pinch, okay? But it's got elderberries, 30 to be exact. It's got 1.5 carrots, 1/10 of a broccoli stalk. I do not know what satsuma is. If anybody wants to look that up, it's spelled S-A-T-S-U-M-A. Never heard of it.
I think it's like an orange.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Satsuma. It has 5 strawberries, half of a lemon, and 1/4 of a turmeric root. So it's a really strong antioxidant, vitamin C kind of beverage. And I didn't have time to eat and get on the call today. And then we got to go to John Deere. We're going to pick up one of those rider lawn mowers. I've decided to fire my lawn guy. He keeps jacking the price on me. And for what he's charging, I could buy a new truck or, you know, something that's worthwhile and not have to pay him. I can just ride around and do it myself. Honey, can you get that? Here, take this. Here. So he's going to get it.
Yeah, you're right. So satsuma is a type of mandarin orange.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, she's right.
That makes
Citrus.
sense. There we go. You got pictures? It's like is it big or small? Like a one of those cutie, easy peel kind.
I don't know. Here.
Oh, wait, hold on. Clicking on Diane. Okay. All right. So it's the one of the flatter ones. Okay, cool. All right. Awesome. Sauce. Did I lose Carolyn?
I'm still here.
I did something wrong. View.
You're back.
Am I back?
Yeah.
There we go. And then we want to go speaker. All right. So now I lost Carol again. Oh, she's up there. I see where she is. Okay. When you go off screen, you go small. That's what's happening. Got it. Okay. All right. So who's ready to get started on our video tour for today? I've got some fun stuff for you. So let's go ahead and do a screen share. And we're going to come up on, let me find it, shrink that, pop up my video here. So you know that any of these videos that we talk about on our Zoom chat, you can go find individually under my Zoom page or my YouTube page of Health Natural Solutions, all squished together. And you're looking for this red symbol of the heart with the water or blood drop in the middle here. And then you've got the heart is coming around like it's hugging you. So look for that heart, hug, water, blood drop symbol, and Health Natural Solutions all squished together. And you can come down and see any of the videos that we've done over the years. So I've got longer videos and short ones too. So we're going to start with a little short that it claimed here. Have you guys met my office partner? Have I introduced you to her? This is Dr. Eugenia. I'm going to do that real quick. we're just
down
crazy.
To the Alamo Ranch Pharmacy and Wellness to get all your prescriptions cheaper and learn Dr. Eugenia's superpower. She remembers your name. Come on down to the Alamo Ranch.
She's so much fun. She's from Uganda, or not Uganda, but Ghana. And she's just adorable. We're getting our chairs in this week to do our oxygen and IV therapies. So I'm really excited for that. Anyways, this is the hummus that we made with no oil. And I wanted to just show you real quick. You can always go back and look for it. Less than 30 seconds. We're going to watch this
might
one.
be the shortest video on YouTube making hummus. We literally opened a can of the organic garbanzo beans, poured it into the food processor here with the liquid. The second one, we drain the liquid off to save for later. And we're going to be adding just a little bit of garlic, as you can see right here, minced garlic. Got about a half a teaspoon of salt for those 2 cans. And then we have the roasted red bell peppers that we're going to pulse into there to make the most delicious, homemade, no oil added hummus. This might be the shortest video on YouTube.
How was that for quick and easy? You dump it, you blend it, you dip it. Super, super easy. All right. Any questions on that so far? Nobody? Okay. All right, go back to sharing. All right. The next one we're going to do is, Samantha was talking last week about pulled pork. And so I did some pulled pork out of the jackfruit. I have to say pulled pork like for my son's benefit. Here we go.
She said it fell apart while it was being stirred in the pan. So over here in the pan, I have some warming up vegetables left over from our Asian dish with bok choy, rice, and broccoli, a couple other goodies in there, some carrots and stuff. And we're going to put it on some corn tortillas. I love these pop-top lids. It makes it so easy. I hate can openers. So let's drain some of that liquid off of there. Okay, let's move this over to the side. The lid on it had enough moisture in it. Let's put some of these in there. About half the can. Maybe one more will make it half. And then we're going to just stir that around. Oh, it is coming apart quite easily. Bet if I use the fork, it'd do even better. It's falling apart like chicken used to flake. It's cooking up nicely. Let's see what this tastes like. Not bad. I'm going to try some of Mark's Lone Star sweet and spicy barbecue sauce. It's not going to take much, I can tell. There's not much in here, so there's not enough meat. So you just need a drizzle. You don't need to saturate it. You're just looking for a little flavor. Reminds me of my microscope where I'm looking through the camera to stir. Haven't burned myself yet. When I look through the microscope, I'm just looking at the camera on the lens and moving it around. I don't use a lot of, I haven't used the eyepieces in like 15 years, so. Just a little more drizzle right there if it'll come out without falling all completely out. There we go. All right. Okay, let's put some of this on a corn tortilla. Vegetables in there. Might have to cut those up a little bit. Kind of shredded those a little bit too. Now the moment of truth. Woohoo! My corn tortillas are too dry. Oh my tasty word. That's delicious. I'll tag my niece Amber. See if she has anything to add. She is the expert on jackfruit and trumpet mushrooms for shredded pulled pork ideas.
All right. That was
Did you
easy
use-
enough.
Did you use bottled barbecue sauce?
I did. That was a, whoops. Hold on. Jackfruit. Oh, this is the one that I don't want to ever buy again. Hold on, I'll answer that question. You're going to see how gooey it is on the inside. Watch this. Yeah. So if you, oh, maybe I wasn't sharing. Was I sharing?
No, I couldn't see it.
Okay, watch this. The guy's got the,
Now you can see how I'm doing this as I
it was
remove the,
it
and
comes
they
like
range
this.
anywhere from 10 to 80 pounds.
It's
This one
huge.
is 15 pounds.
Yeah, they're giant.
The jack tree is in the same
And
family
then-
as the fig.
You can also see how he's getting it all sticky on his hands.
Look at this. So the seeds
All
we're
of
gonna want
that
to save
sticky
because you can
stuff.
actually roast these seeds. I've seen lots of different forms of preparation of this, and I just know what we want to do is get it to the point to where we can pull these pods out, add it to a smoothie. It's gonna be delicious. We're gonna turn it, surprisingly, hang out, let me clean this up, and then I'll show you how smoothie.
He made
It's
it
gonna
look
be
like
delicious.
it wasn't a
With the color
problem,
of
but
the-
I'm
as
telling
I
you, that
remove
stuff
the
was the
core,
stickiest stuff
it's
I've
kind of
ever dealt with.
exposing the fruit pods a little bit easier. Now this jackfruit is a pretty ripe jackfruit, as you can see with the color of the pods.
Okay. I don't know how he did that because when I did it, it was an absolute disaster. And sticky, it ruined everything I owned, including my dish towel, and my hands were horrible. It's like I'd stuck my hand in glue that wouldn't come off. It's a form of latex. So if you're allergic to latex, you would not want to eat jackfruit. You wouldn't want to eat avocados either because they both have a latex natural base, basically. So, so that sauce that I was using was a low sugar sauce from, I can't remember the guy's name on there, but it's, you can see them. I get like Willie's or Sweet Baby Ray's. They have an unsweetened version. You're just going to look for the no added sugar if you're doing any sauce like that. And that's why I did the little drizzle like I did. You're just looking for a little flavor. And nobody does it better than somebody who puts it in a bottle and puts their name on the front of it. That is not going to be me. You will never see Dr. Rose barbecue sauce. Not happening. Not in my wheel of knowledge. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Back up here. The next one we're going to do. So thank you, Sam, for that reference. I do want to do a comparison between the jackfruit and the trumpet mushrooms to see which one of the shredded meat-like chicken or pork replacements that I like the best. If you guys do a challenge like that at home, I'd like to see that as well, to see which one taste-wise you like, you know, maybe side by side, the jackfruit versus the trumpet mushrooms. All right. So let's see over here. Oh, here we go. We did a little pesto this morning for the lunch today. Let me show you this one.
Hi, honey. I think I'm in the mood for some pesto. I'm going to go out to the garden. It's a beautiful day outside. Look how gorgeous it is. The sun's shining. It's been raining the last couple of days. Don't even know if the basil survived. Let's find out.
Tomatoes survived.
Well, I can see the tomatoes poking up. Look at that. Clear from here. That's the yellow. Whoops, if I get it. That's the yellow tomato plant. Let's go see. We're getting ready to put a hammock underneath this pergola right here. I think that's a great little shady place for it. And we got another one for out in the back area there by the trees. The wisteria was so purple. I didn't know how long it was going to last. I blinked and it was green, but it was so beautiful. It's beautiful now, but it was gorgeous when it was hanging purple. So my little strawberry plants are coming in. And this one over here in the corner, I thought I killed it. That long stem there was part of a moringa plant, and I let it die. And then it started catching water again and is growing from the very, very, very bottom. So that's a moringa plant. Very beneficial health-wise. Strawberries are looking good. The basil, ooh, look at this. My long beans growing. One of my long beans right here is growing. And here's the basil. Now this one is a purple basil here and here. And then this is a curly leaf basil. It's different than this regular Thai basil that's here. Now I've let it get too tall. It's got flowering here. What you want to do is you want to trim it wherever there's two leaves next to each other. So if you look down here, you'll see there's one or more leaves connected to each other. So we're going to cut it just right above there, and that'll create two more new plants. And we don't want it to get to this flowering stage, so I'm going to take that off, obviously. Same thing on this side here. We're going to go down here and find where there's two leaves or more growing next to each other, and we're going to trim it just above there, like right here. The marigold seedlings are popping up. Looking good. There's some more basil in there and thyme. It's too hot inside of the greenhouse right now. It was great for starting the seeds though. It's already this morning up to almost 100 degrees, but it is a lot cooler out here. Let's go look at the outside temperature. Yeah, see, it's only about 76 degrees right now. Beautiful. If it stayed like this year round, I'd be happy, but you can only get that in like Malibu. Do you see my little creature captured there on is dangling? It's like a little worm. Little worm. You can see it better up there. There you go. See the little worm dangling off the web there? So we've rinsed it really good. We're going to cut off those flower blooms. We're going to pull the leaves off. I actually held it right here and ran my fingers down, and they slid right off onto the table. Easy enough. Okay, so this is super, super easy. We're going to use some of the organic, low-sodium vegetable broth. Going to use about a cup of it. Depends on how much basil you have and how much sauce you want. So we're going to do right about there. Okay. We're going to throw in our handful of basil. And because we are not going to be using oil or cream or any of the other things that is normally found in basil recipes, or pine nuts, super high in fat, we are going to throw in, you've guessed it, potatoes cooked from yesterday, already cooked and chilled. 3 cooked potatoes, and we're going to cream that up together. Of course, no recipe here at this house would be complete without some onion powder, and of course garlic powder. And if I had my nutritional yeast yet, I had to order some new Noochy. It is the best one. You can eat it right off the spoon. I don't have any of that right now, but we're just gonna go with the garlic and onion right now. I'm gonna throw it up on the blender with the lid I don't think we'll need the pulser, but we always want to use the pulser in my book, just in case. I don't want to ever put too much strain on the motor, and I want this to be very creamy, so I don't want it to miss anything. So here we go. Is that gorgeous or what? Now this is already drained pasta, so it's already going to be warm. So when you add this nice creamy pesto, it will go on smoothly and warm up as it is. So you could heat it a little bit more on the stove if you wanted, but I think this will be fine. And there you have it, the ultimate in comfort food. Basil pesto, oil-free, nut-free, dairy-free. Goodness. I got a little extra on there because I love it. But that much pasta could have easily done with half a cup of broth easily, and maybe 1 or 2 of the potatoes. But nice and creamy. Cannot wait to dig in. Let's give it a try. Because we can. Woohoo, look at that. Oh. Oh my tasty word.
So I don't know if I've told you, but I've actually registered the domain ohmytastyword.com, and I'm eventually going to add it as a page in my book, or in my website. Pause that. I'm going to pause that, and I'll have all my recipes on one page. But right now we're just using my Facebook and YouTube pages for that. So it's just one more thing to do, but I'm going to be doing a blog. There's some other things that I've got planned for this year. I've got a gentleman in my B&I group that does copywriting, and he can help write content for like blogs and such. And that can be easily turned into a book. So that might be something we're looking at in the future. So I've got a couple of books in my head, and I've got one that's like in transition from when I did my dissertation years and years ago. I'm in the middle of writing that. I'm writing the curriculum for the blood classes that I teach for the college, or I will be teaching, if I can get that curriculum done. So hopefully this new office setup is going to give me the ability to do that. It's been really, really kind of transient this last year. So anyway, so that was exciting. I want to talk a couple of things there. Back on the one with the jackfruit that we were doing, I was using a scan pan, and it's a nonstick pan that Dr. McDougall's wife recommended that she liked. And I found them on Amazon. They're pricey. That size, which was small, and one just a little bit bigger than that, ran about $100. They're about $50 a pan, but they're supposed to last forever, and you can't scratch them and peel them. They're very, very sturdy. So I really like that about them, because I don't want to do Teflon ever again. And that stuff is just nasty stuff, and it gets up into your food and into your body. And so this was a alternate to that would not peel and flake. And another thing too is I also use what is called Salad Master cookware, which is like surgical stainless steel. And what sold me on that was they did this boil test where you take water and you boil it in your pan from home. They actually have you bring your pan for these little parties they do. And then they boil water, the same water, in one of the Salad Master pans, and then have you taste it. And oh my word, you could actually taste the metal out of my old pan. And you could not taste it in the Salad Master pan. And so they're quite pricey. We actually had to finance them. It took me 3 years to pay it off, but they were worth it, and they clean up so good. And because they're so sturdy, you can scour them and not have them scratch or peel or flake or anything. But I mean, every time I go to cook, it's like, where's my good pans? Because I don't want to boil in my old ones. I still have them, but I'm thinking I'm going to donate them. There's no reason to keep them around with just the two of us here. And Dawn, we can live quite happily ever after out of our big one that we use. And then we also have a small one with a strainer. I think that's more than enough to keep us happy. So anyways, if you need any more information on those, I don't get paid a commission on those, but I do have people that I can refer you to if you're interested in any of that. Okay. All right, and then I believe we've got another one. Let's see here. Oh yes, we have our guest speaker, guest chef. All right, hold on. Back to my channel. And so was that the third video? So there's 1, 2, 3. We did the mac and cheese last week on that last week's video here, episode 36. So this will be episode 37, but we have Dawn here teaching us how to make Vietnamese spring rolls. Dawn is our water technician here. So hold on.
Welcome to the Starch Lady. We are with a special guest, Dawn Allie, the best 3D printer on the planet. If you need any 3D printing, he does sculpting and storyboarding, and he's the professor of art. He's amazing. And our favorite technician and our children's brother from another mother. Anyways, he is going to show you how to make the best
Vietnamese spring rolls.
Vietnamese spring rolls. All right, hit it, Don.
First, we start with rice paper. Okay, we dip our rice paper in the water to soak it a little bit, right?
Barely dipped it.
Very quickly dip it. So we start with our veggie. That'll kind of soften it. You can pick any vegetables like salad.
Got some rice versameli, what do you call it? Rice noodles.
Yep.
Got some beautiful
Sprouts.
microgreens.
So now you take the rice paper and you start to curl it over. And then take your corners, curl those over. And then you squeeze it all together and make your roll. That's how you make it.
Isn't that gorgeous? Look how beautiful that is. And take a bite out of it because the middle, when you bite it, looks so pretty. So he dips it in his
Sweet
spicy chili sauce. Look how gorgeous that is. Right there, people. All right. Thank you, Mr. Allie. Look, my husband even did it. He's a genius. He figured it out his first time. Enjoy.
Had great coaching.
So we've tried those before in the group, and one of the things that I was having trouble with was the softness. I was leaving it in the water too long. Remember, it was sticking to the plate when I was doing it. Did you see how quick he dipped it in and pulled it out? I mean, he literally just showed it the water and brought it out. And by the time he started folding the vegetables and stuff into it, it was just the perfect texture and rolled up nice and tight. So don't overload them. That was another mistake I was making. I was like acting like they were a burrito or something. All right, Carolyn, I hear you're leaving there. So we'll see you next time. We're just going to be wrapping up now, but definitely check us out anytime on YouTube or Facebook. You know the drill. So, but yeah, we're really excited to learn some new things. And that's the first time he's ever made those for us here at the house. And I thought, oh, that's what I'm doing wrong. And he says that some of his Vietnamese friends like to do it crispy. They'll actually cut the circle or the square into 4 sections, and then they'll put it in there, the vegetables in there, and fold it and just let the vegetables do the moisture part. So it's kind of crunchy, kind of like a taco when they're eating it. If you know me, I'd get a piece of that shard stuck in my throat and I'd be like trying to hack it out for days. So I'll stick to the quick dip. So I think that's going to be the easier way to go, because they turned out perfect after we started doing it that way. And I mean, there was a time where I was leaving them in there like 5 minutes and it was like pulling out saran wrap that didn't want to come undone. So definitely a difference there. So another shout out to Marie, our client that's down here. She lives in the country too. And she asked me where I was yesterday and we were heading into town. And so we met at a corner nearby the house and she gave me some microgreens and we used every last one of them in our spring rolls last night with Dawn and they were delicious. So thanks, shout out for Marie. Appreciate it. All right, guys. What else? Do you have any questions on this week? It's you and me, Diane, one-on-one. What do you need?
I need you to come cook for me.
You know, I actually do that. I have clients in Pennsylvania, and Marla wanted me to come out and do that for her last year after our trip. And I even bought an airplane ticket, but then something happened and we had to reschedule. And I just never got back to it. I should probably check on her. I could do her and you at the same time. But yeah, I was going to come out and spend about a week, and she was going to buy the groceries and put me up, and we were just going to have a blast and just hanging out and cooking for a week. So I do that. So that's definitely a thing.
Why don't you learn how to use that Instant Pot and do a video on that?
I don't own one. So
You don't
maybe
own
you can learn how to use your Instant Pot and do a video and show us how.
I don't have any way to do a video, I don't think.
Well, your phone. That's how I do all mine.
I need
I
to
just
stink
put-
for it.
Well, I do. Yeah, I'd use turn on the video thingy on the camera, you know, like you're going to do it regular. And then I get it going. And then when I want to change positions or whatever, I just pause it. And then I pick it back up and push play again. And that's how I'm getting them so short, is I'm pausing between the boring parts and, you know, kind of moving things along a little bit, but I'm gonna give it a shot, you know. Let's go out there and see if we can find that demonstration from Esther or Chef AJ. They both do one. Let's see if I
I
can.
mean, it looks so simple. I mean, it's not rocket science, for crying out loud. I should be able to figure this out.
Well, I'm not convinced it's not rocket science. Because it is just, I don't know, it scares me. So let's see. Let's go find Esther. Nutritional journey. Esther's nutritional journey. Find her group. There we go. Visit group. Well, she got another one? Or is that an old one? There's 13,000 members in this one. So I'm guessing that other one must have been a boo-boo or something she started a long time ago. All right, we're going to go search the word. We're going to search Instapot settings. Oh, here we go. Check this out. So this, she's got a little cheat sheet here. Instapot, my revised quick reference guide, and that's just as of June last year. So
Wonder if I
1
can
minute
print
quinoa. Huh? What's that?
What if I can print that?
I bet if you go to her page and right click on it, let's see, if I right click it, what happens?
Print.
Yeah, right there it says print.
I'm going to try that.
I'm going to say save as. Let me save it. And go up here, documents, and I've got forms, and in my little packet where I give my handouts, let's go into the packet, and we can do Instapot settings, and that's Esther Loveridge. Am I spelling that correctly? Loveridge. It just says Esther's Loveridge. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm going to save that. And
Wow, how handy is that?
wow, what is it saving? Her entire database?
Oh, I
Oh my
hope
goodness. All right. I think I'll do it the old fashioned way where I copy
copy
it.
and paste. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll copy and paste that like this. We'll go. Da-da, da-da, da-da. So I think I just copied her entire page.
Theoretically, you're not supposed to be able to do that, but you know, you don't know.
Actually, you can. Once it's on the internet, it's supposed to be public domain, eh?
Well, if it's a closed group, I would think she would have security set up so somebody couldn't do that.
Well, I'm in the group. You're in the group. We're printing it for ourselves. Esther, is that okay? Answer in the comments because I'm sure she'll watch this later.
Oh, I'm sure she doesn't mind copying this, but I'm thinking copying her whole site would be.
Oh yeah, I didn't do that on purpose. I'll delete
Yeah.
that because I don't have time for that much stuff on my
Blow up your
computer.
hard drive.
It's gonna blow it up. So if I go over here, Let's see. That's not what I don't. I don't want to. I don't want Excel.
No,
I don't
that'll
want that either.
really come out strangely formatted.
Oh, it really would. Oh, come on. Stop. 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 That is not what I wanted. Let's see. Food pie chart. Give me a new one. Document. There we go. Paste. Did it do it?
I don't see anything. Did you copy it or did you just highlight it? I saw you. I didn't see you
Oh,
right
I didn't
copy.
do the thing. Hold on a second.
I don't think you copied it.
Let's see. Close that. Close that. And then
Right click.
right click.
Copy.
Copy.
Here you go.
Now, where did that little
I think you
thingy
closed.
go? My I thought I shrunk it. No? Oh, right here. I think it's on this.
Ah, there we go.
Did it do it again? Where's my blank one? Do. Copy. New. Paste.
That's weird.
All right. I will save this for another time, but
Yep.
handy is that. We're going to just pretend like that didn't happen. All right. Thank you for
All
sharing.
right.
Sure, you're the best. Because
That's
she's
weird.
got that all figured out. But going back over here, just looking at this,
Yep.
good reference though. 1 minute quinoa, 1 cup quinoa, 1.5 cups water, manual setting 5 minutes. So there's obviously a manual button and a timer for 5 minutes and natural release. Boom. Look at that. Okay. Diane, you're in
Go out
charge.
there. Yeah, we're in trouble.
I'm going to challenge you to make something in the Instant Pot this week and make a little video to show us how your house didn't blow up. Okay.
And now I'm not having to peel it off the ceiling.
Yes, please don't peel it off the ceiling. But look at this. She's got her beans and rice combo. And she tells you here also. So she put in 2 cups of dried beans, 1 cup brown rice, 8 cups water, 2 tablespoons taco seasoning, 45 minutes in the Instant Pot, natural release, or can even wait until morning to take out of the pot. 5 minutes or less to get it started. Makes about 8 1-cup servings. That looks delightful. So I think she's doing the manual 45 minutes again. So that's good to know.
Chef AJ does a lot of things on manual.
Oh, here she goes. Watch this.
Oh,
Here she can
how
actually
I
talk.
would do the Instant Pot, so I'm going to attempt to show you that. Now here's going to be my really easy recipe for some soup. I've already put 2 and 5 carrots, 2 potatoes just because I can, and I'm going to throw in a sweet potato just because I want to, and I'm going to put in about 5 of these big garlic cloves, and they haven't been skinned because I don't care. And this is like half of a thing of celery. I'm gonna put that in there. And I think I have room. I'm gonna cut that up. I'm gonna put in a whole head of cabbage because Ben's going shopping again tomorrow, so why not? I think
Wow.
I think it will fit. I'll put it down in there some way. Okay, I think it's gonna fit.
If you remember,
And then
Chef
I'll put in a
AJ
whole
says that
onion.
cutting up, prepping
And then
vegetables
later,
is a
if I
waste
have
of
room,
time.
Yeah.
I have some frozen zucchini slices, and I'll put that in afterwards because they just need to be heated. They don't really need to cook. And then I just usually eat this cheap organic no salt seasoning from Costco, and I'll just put in a capful of that. I can always add more later. And that is it. Now, is that simple or is that simple? Now, if you haven't used your Instant Pot, this is mine. Mine's an 8-quart, so that's why I can put so much food in there. And it's plugged in, and I put the lid on like so. And then when you turn it and it locks, it's locked, and so it's not going to come off. It's not going to blow up.
Good to know.
It's just locked. So now, when it comes to these little buttons, I kind of wish they made an Instant Pot with just one button, because I don't use the soup one. I don't use the meat. I don't use the bean. I don't use the poultry or rice or multigrain or porridge. I just only use the pressure button. So I set the pressure button. Now it says 22 minutes because Ben made rice and that's what we use for the rice. But I'm gonna do only 15. So I'm gonna push this little button here and take my time down to 15. And that's it. And then this little lever on ours in the back goes in the back. There's a little red button on top, which is your steam guide. So when this comes up to pressure, that little red button will come up, just like some other things in our lives. And then when the pressure is released, that little button will go down and you know it's safe to open the lid. That's it. Now, I mean, it just can't get any easier than that. So look at your own design on your Instant Pot, and yours might say manual or something like that, but mine says pressure cook, and that's the one I use. And that I only use that, and then I only use the level, the pressure level. You can change the pressure. Like if I hit that, well, it probably won't do it now because I already set it. But anyway, you can see the pressure is on more. So I always use high pressure. And then that's it. And it's set for 15 minutes. And now when this gets done, I think what I'm going to do is just take my emulsifier and puree it, because then I can just enjoy all this wonderful vegetables and soup, and I can pour some over rice if I want to, or pour some over more potatoes if I want more starch. So I hope that gives you a little clue as to how easy it is, and it's just a wonderful device. So bon appetit.
Thank you, Esther. That was perfect, because if you
Wow.
think about it, that's the part that we struggle with the most, is figuring out, you know, is it going to blow off? And it looks like that, like screwed right on there. And she does have the soup button, and it looks like I got hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Is 1 cup of 3 different kinds of beans. So I'm going to put in 1
This
cup
one's pretty
of
short too.
pinto
Should we
beans,
watch it with the beans?
1
Yeah.
cup of my cova beans, and 1 cup of dried garbanzo beans. Maybe you didn't know you could get dried garbanzo beans. And the ratio is 5. Let me double check my sheet. I think it's 5 to 1. Let's see, beans made easy. Yes, 5 parts of water to 1 part of beans. So since I put in 3 cups of beans, I have to put in 15 cups of water. Well, I've already put in 10, so I'll put in the last 5 now.
That sounds like a lot of water.
Now, if you want to add some seasoning, you can.
Sounds like
A lot
a
of
big
times
pot
I
of beans
use
that you can
organic
use
taco
all week
seasoning
or
from
freeze or
Costco.
whatever.
Yes,
I'm
it does
starting to
have some
incorporate
salt
more
and some
beans, and it's
sugar in it,
really
if that's a
helped with
problem for you,
digestion.
but it's not for me. And I also have here some seasoning from Chili Smith. Maybe you saw him being interviewed with Chef AJ. Chef AJ also had Twyla, another one
She's
of my
got the
friends,
cutest little jeans on.
demonstrating his beans, and he's here in the Sacramento area. And
Wear
his
that so like that when you're
seasoning
skinny like
has,
her.
chili,
Oh, like
cumin,
us soon?
oregano,
Is that what you just
garlic,
said?
salt,
Yeah.
jalapeno chili,
Exactly.
celery, and cayenne.
Okay, you and I are
powder,
gonna go
and there's
shopping and
sugar
get
in
our
that.
skinny jeans, girl.
So, if you want to order from him, you can. I don't have a relationship in terms of a kickback or anything, but he is here in our area, and he's a wonderful friend. And I do sometimes splurge and buy this. It's a little more expensive, but you know, that's the way it goes. He says use it sparingly, so I'm only going to put in 1 tablespoon. He says 2 tablespoons per pound, but you know, you can always add more later. So that's all I'm going to do. I think I'll get a spoon for that. Just kind of stir it around. And that's all there is to it. Put the lid on. Plug it in. Push back the vent and set it for 45 minutes. And then that will stay on warm until it releases naturally. And what I really prefer to do is to do this at nighttime and just let it stay on warm overnight. So look how easy it is to make. That's going to make a big pot of beans, and if Ben wants to use it and make it a chili with a combination of 3 beans, how fun. And you can also do the same process by using 2 cups, no, it was 1 cup of beans. What do I do? 2 cups of beans and 1 cup of rice, and do it the same way with 8 cups of water. So that's that. So I'll read you my little word. Well, first I'll show you this wonderful little
That's awesome.
affirmation from
Thank you.
Louise
Thank
Hay.
you, Esther.
Long-lasting, loving relationships brighten my life. Brighten my day, brighten my life. And you all brighten my life, that is for sure. So the word.
She's so sweet. I have to figure out how to shrink this. Hold on a second. If I can get this over here. No. How do I get it to stop? Love you, Esther.
So it is with the power we have within us. to
Slide this
accomplish our
down
goals and
here.
Aspirations.
Escape,
At
escape,
first, we may
escape.
not think we are capable of creating a new body, a new mindset, or achieving
Oh,
what
there
we
we go.
want
Maybe
in
shrink
life.
it. There we go.
But as we exercise
All right, so
that
then we can
power
go.
and realize it is there for us to use.
So
it
that's,
is
so it's on
possible.
Facebook that
It
she's
all
on.
starts in the
So
mind, and we are capable.
we're gonna close that one. And we'll close this one. Then we'll go over to this one. We'll go back to Facebook. And you'll see, before I close up here, let's see here. So you can also find your content. So we can go over here and we can see, you know, what I've done here. It says looking for something, post, let's see, Rosemary Carter Montgomery. And these last couple of posts, there's that pasta. I put a little bit more sauce on it after that picture there from the pesto. It was one of the Asian mixes of frozen vegetables, and I cooked it with the pasta, and it was the perfect tender, by the way. And let's see here. Those were super pretty. And let's see, there's the basil pasta. I thought I posted pictures. Oh, this was it. I did cabbage with leftover beans and rice and added the roasted red bell peppers and a cactus on top of that. That was a tasty, tasty dish. Super easy. This looks like the mashed potatoes. I was making food for a family that I was helping out.
Yeah, I
And
think we
yeah.
said that.
yeah, so we did that one. Oh, this is me. 2009. I mean, through I weigh 2,009 pounds. Yes.
I don't think so.
Mhm. So this was after the knee repair surgery. I gained that much weight, and I'm still trying to get it off. I'm still in this 216 to 220 range, and it just breaks my heart that I put that back on. But now that I'm mobile again, and my knee doesn't hurt, and we've gotten over being sick and moving and stuff, I'm ready to make it happen again. I still eat really good. I just think that because I was not moving whatsoever, that I was not getting it done. So that's my big takeaway. What is this little, I got like a miniature me going on over here now. Why do I have a miniature me? What is that?
I don't see
Something
it.
different? You don't see that other little one?
I only see the one big U in the middle.
Okay, all right. Well, my view is a little different today, and it's acting a little strange. Okay, now it went away. Okay, there's little miniature me just disappeared. So, all right. Any questions for me? Anything? What's the thing you're going to try this week? Did you see anything you wanted to try?
I might try some beans because I like to have beans with stuff. And Phil likes beans too, so that's something I could get him to eat.
Almost done. I'm almost done. Go ahead. Say that again, Diane. My husband was asking me something. I couldn't hear you both.
No, I said I think I'll try to do some beans because Phil likes beans too, and that's something I could get him to eat. He can put it on whatever he wants, and I can do it on whatever I want. I've got a bag of, I think I have a bag of black beans in the pantry.
Well, I normally would put beans with potatoes. I just really love it, like a big baked potato with the beans in the middle, like a topping. That would be really good. Or doing some smash them up. You can do the submersion blender and take
Mhm.
the beans with their juice and mash them up and make like refried beans out of them with no extra fat or anything added to them. Just drain a little bit of the water off and start smushing away. We call them mush beans, but instead of bush beans, we call them mush beans. See what I did there?
Yeah.
All right, love. I've got to go. Obviously, my husband's in a hurry. He's been jumping up and down for me to get ready. We got to go get that tractor. So,
Ooh, have fun with the tractor.
oh yes, I'm gonna run with my little handles and make my 0 turns. I'm gonna be the person who's running up and down the street like it's a go-kart. We used to do that where my brothers would do that with my dad's Ryder lawnmowers back in the day in Las Vegas. It's memories. So,
Okay.
all right, love. We'll see you next week. All right.
Yeah. Take care.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.